cut. Look, ain't no faking laughing, there's a reason some people can make it acting. What's good, ladies and gentlemen of the SFJ Nation? How y'all living, man? How y'all living, man? Listen, my voice is a little hoarse. You know what I mean? I done turned up, man. I done turned up a few days ago, was it? 2 days ago was the Lincoln, Nebraska show of the Strictly for the Fans tour. We was lit in there. Shout out to everybody who came, everybody who showed up, showed love, bought a ticket, bought some merch. It was an emotional night, man, to say the least, because it's like my last Lincoln show before I move to the West Coast. And it means a lot. I'm still in recovery mode. I didn't do a live yesterday. I apologize for that, but it wasn't going to be no good live, and I didn't have a voice. So I'm still recovering from that. So if I sound a little Eeyore-ish, that's why. Now, let's get right into it, because I know it's going to probably take a while to get through. Now, that top 50 list was dropped, where Joe Budden was on top of Eminem. Right? The top 50 list dropped where Joe Budden was number 3. I reacted to that. The whole internet was a shock. What? Why would you do that? Right? I was a shock too. I reacted to it, and a lot of y'all was digging my reaction. In fact, a lot of y'all said, yo, Scru, why don't you just make a top 50? Clearly these other dudes is on a Piscadell mission. So why don't you just make you a top 50, man? And honestly, the amount of people who hit me up to do that is really, like, I feel real honored, because that means, like, y'all really take my opinion seriously. And y'all, I mean, I guess if you subscribe to this, you probably do. And y'all want to know what I think about things. So, I stood up, stayed up last night, and I did my little list. Now, I'm going to throw the list up. Yeah, that's a Screwface Young list. Let me move over here and give it some respect. I mean, room to breathe. It's a Screwface Young list right there. And let me explain why my list is my list, and I'll go through the names. Now, first of all, let me tell you my criteria. One of the things that annoyed me the most about the list, because a lot of people are doing lists now, so I G Herbo do a list. What really annoys me about the list thing is people aren't saying what their criteria is. What is your definition of greatest? That's such a subjective word. That's such a vague word until you give it meaning. Then there's something to go by. So this is my criteria, right? It's 3 things I looked at. Well, I think 4 things. Body of work. So the reason you're not going to see Black Thought on my list, reason you're not going to see Prodigy on my list, the reason you're not going to see that is because these guys, not Prodigy, I'm wrong about Prodigy. Prodigy has a solo one. Prodigy's not on there. There's other people I had to put on there. I'm not going to lie, I might make an audible real quick. Hold up. Yeah, I might make an audible to my list right now, because I just thought about it. Prodigy should probably be there. And I was fighting it because I was thinking too much. But I think Prodigy made more impact with his group than he did solo, so that's why he's not on it. So, my criteria is body of work, which means your albums, how they sounded, how much you did, period. 2, lyrical content. So, where your bars at? Huh? How well of a storyteller are you? How well do you put the words together? 2. 3, impact. Now, that might be one of my most important criteria, because a lot of people don't realize that a lot of things are subjective, but impact. I could argue impact of a lot of people. Y'all think it's subjective, but it's not as subjective as you think. Impact is very important to me. It's cool if you could rhyme words together and make me go, That's one thing. It's cool if you got some good albums. But what was the game different after you left? What is your contribution to the game? And with that being said, let's go down the list. I'm going to start from 50 to 1. Now, y'all can already see. So I'll start from 1 down. That'll be easy. Jay-Z is number 1. Now, remember, this is Screwface John's list. Jay-Z is number 1. Hova Jigga Man. Now, personally, the reason why I chose Jay-Z is because Jay-Z is my favorite rapper. 1, off tops. 2, Jay-Z, honestly, damn near raised me through his music. Jay-Z is an artist that, through his music, you can literally learn how to hustle. Learn how to, and I don't mean slang, and that means like through whatever you're doing. Jay-Z is the artist that I got the most gems from, period. I listen to Jay-Z songs like I listen to Mark Echo interviews or Damon John or Warren Buffett, because he'll give you the game. I'm overcharging just for what you did to the like he said, label owners hate me, I'm raising the status quo up. I'm overcharging just for what they did to the crush. Pay us like you owe us for all the years that you hold us. Now we could talk, but money talks, but talk more bucks. Label owners hate me, I'm raising the status quo up. I'm overcharging niggas for what they did to the crush. Come on, man. Those words still reverberate to me. I ain't even a part of the crush. I be telling y'all, I'm overcharging y'all for what you did to the 90s babies, huh? What? So the impact, we ain't got to talk about Jay's impact. Jay had us wearing button-up shirts. Jay had us wearing jersey, told us to put our jersey away, button-up shirts. Jay had us taking rims off our cars. When Jay says something, we listen. When Jay says, hey, don't hold money to your ear anymore, it becomes a hip-hop civil war. Jay is the greatest. And I don't care what you say. He is the greatest. H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy. Hovey done. Pull up if you don't agree. Number 2, Tupac Amaru Shakur. Tupac. Why you put Tupac on there? Kind of cliche. Why you put Tupac on? He ain't number 1. Listen, this is why Tupac is number 2. Tupac's impact in the game is almost unmatched. Now, the reason he's not number 1 was because Jay, even though Tupac has dropped a lot of albums post-mortem, a lot of those albums did not impact the culture like his stuff when he was alive, right? There's a lot of ghetto gospel. How much did ghetto gospel impact? You know what I'm saying? There's diminishing returns on some of them. His body of work to me isn't as good. He has a lot of it, but I don't think having a lot doesn't mean you win that thing. It's about consolidated sniper shots. Which one's better? If you're gonna hit me with less, make sure. If you're gonna hit me with more, make sure they're all as good as what they should be. Tupac, lyrically, I think gets slept on. Now he ain't the greatest lyricist. He's a lot better lyricist than people give him the thing and give him the credit. And plus, it's Tupac. I'll put it this way. Lil Xan's career is almost ruined completely. In 2019, like 20 years after this man passed. Is it 20 years? Whatever, do the math. His career is almost all the way out of here now because he said Tupac was boring. If that is an impact, if that isn't if that's not, so when you ask the question, what did he leave? He left a legacy that was literally, that's gotten bigger than when he was alive. So he's 2. Number 3, Biggie Smalls. You raid on the top with salt like leprechauns as I crush you so-called willies and rapper dogs. You know what I mean? Biggie Smalls is the illest. Simple. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Biggie Smalls has been imitated so much. You got a bunch of Biggie clones running around. People imitate Biggie's voice. We got people like Gorilla Black, Shine, whose whole thing, the only reason people rock with him is because they reminded us of Big. The Teflon Don. Now, one thing I will say, a lot of people don't like really honestly be honest with. Big was not the one who invented the whole mafioso persona. Raekwon and Ghost was doing that before Big did that. Just saying. So that's why, to me, he got stuff from Pac, he got stuff from Raekwon, which isn't bad. But what I'm gonna say is that's why he number 3 and not above Pac to me. To me. Now you could ask me tomorrow and it might change. That's how it is. We here to debate it. All right. Number 5, Eminem. 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 Maybe not as of this moment, but when Eminem came into the game, and for a good, when he come in 99, 2009, where was he at? I graduated 2010. So for almost a decade, Eminem was feared as the greatest person that has ever touched the microphone. And there's a large consensus of people saying that. Now, not everybody. Eminem's music isn't for everybody. I think that's sometimes what, and this is coming from an M fam, I think that's sometimes what stans don't understand. Now, nobody can tell them about how much Eminem impacted them. But you also cannot get mad as you do when the other people don't like him as much and don't understand him, because they didn't go through what he went through and Eminem didn't go through what they went through, so he's not really talking for them. M is number 5 to me because his body of work to me isn't, his track record of body of work isn't great. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And his first, 4 albums, fire. Classics. He's got about 1 or 2 classics in there of his top, I think, first 4. Soon as he started getting into relapse, recovery, revival stuff, I'm going to tell you right now, those albums were so bad to me that they diluted the other 3. Now, that's the problem with continuously working, is you kind of fighting yourself. You're kind of chasing your own shadow. Eminem is really trying to beat the Marshall Mathers LP or the Slim Shady EP or the Eminem Show. You know what I mean? The Eminem Show's classic. Marshall Mathers LP, classic. You know what I mean? These albums are so much better than the rest of his catalog, and he has how many more albums that the ratio isn't as great as, I would say, some of these other people, Tupac, whatever. Not might be better than Tupac's, might be. But nobody can ever deny the impact that Marshall Mathers has had in the game, because there is a whole subsect of hip-hop who is just Eminem. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. There's a subsect of the hip-hop. There is a pocket of hip-hop where everybody raps like Eminem. If they're not black, they look like Eminem. And they share, I think they share the same values as M. We can say that honestly. M is top 5. Okay? But he's not 4, 3, 2, or 1 to me. Number 6. Snoopy D-O-double-G. When we gonna give Snoop his flowers, man? That's one thing I've been wondering. When are we gonna give Snoop his flowers? Snoop Dogg was the biggest. Snoop Dogg is hip hop. At one point, and I think this is still facts, there's a study that happened. And they saw that Mickey Mouse, Snoop Dogg, and Jesus were 3 of the most recognizable figures on the planet. I think you could Google that. I can't remember what the study was. But even if that isn't completely true, look at Snoop's impact. Can we imagine if you were to take Snoop Dogg out of hip-hop and it never happened? Do you know how many things would have never happened? Snoop Dogg, and the only reason I didn't put Dr. Dre on this because he's more of a producer than a rapper. But Snoop Dogg is the I think the fair trade for a Dr. Dre when it comes to that, because you go from Murder Is the Case to Martha Stewart cooking shows. Like, he is the most versatile person in hip hop. How is it that he never really changed who he was? He's still Big C banging, still walking with the Lokes, you know what I mean? But still, he be on Nickelodeon with it. There's a lot of little Snoop Dogs running around. Huh? I'm just saying. Huh? Yeah, okay. We'll go through this a little faster. No, the top 10, I'm going to take my time on a little bit. And then, no, my top 11, I'm going to take time with a little bit. And then I'm going to go through the other ones kind of faster to make this not forever. And remember, we can have a nice conversation in the comment section. Y'all don't got to call people out their names and say all kind of weird stuff. Because I will cook you, because a lot of y'all be, especially the ones that be super mad. I'll be looking at your thumbnails like, I know why you mad. You ugly as that. No, okay, so Lil Wayne. That's another person we refuse to give his flowers to. The reason why I think he's lower and he wouldn't be higher is the same problem Eminem has. His latter half of his career is so not to par to the other side of his career that if you were to put them together and average them out, it drops his overall score. I'm just being honest. If you were to average them out, it drops his total score. After Carter 3, you really can't name another album to me after that that's as good as Carter 3. Now, No Ceilings, close, but that's a mixtape. And this is just a mixtape. But why I put Lil Wayne in the top 10, first of all, anybody who don't put Lil Wayne in the top 10, I think you smoking pish. Bro. Anybody. Lil Wayne is what hip-hop is right now. I'll put it this way. Lil Wayne was the last person in hip-hop, and correct me if I'm wrong, he was but I'm not, was the last person in hip-hop that people wanted to look like. Let's keep it. People dedicated their whole bodies to tattoo work because of Lil Wayne. That's a fact. People got tattoos in the middle of their forehead because of Lil Wayne. That's a fact. People got dreadlocks because of Lil Wayne. Y'all could sit here and be like, I was there. I was there when braids was the hottest thing. Then when Wayne got dreads, all of a sudden we all got dreads. I got dreads. Look at me. I got dreads. Huh? So the tattoos, the dreads, the double cup. Everybody rapping about drank. Auto-tune rapping. Those 4 things you put together and is literally the stereotype of new age rap. Is it not? Lil Wayne is I can honestly make an argument that Lil Wayne is the most impactful person in hip hop. Period. Matter of fact, he should be higher on my list. That was when I thought about it and I put him down there because I felt like the steps that he's been doing for a while, and that has to affect, have been so contrary to what he used to be that it's taken him down real far. But honestly, if he would just have stopped after No Ceilings, he would be top 5. He is new age rap. Everybody's just doing their best Lil Wayne impression. If you look at like what people call mumble rap, corny people call mumble rap, that is what it is. That's Wayne. That is Wayne. They're just doing Lil Wayne impressions. That's why I'm dead serious. So Weezy, baby, yeah. And Lil Wayne might have some of the nastiest punchlines. And coming from a who loves punchlines, he might have some of the nastiest punchlines in hip hop. I'm just saying. 8, I'm gonna put Nas in there. Crazy as this is, I'm a way bigger Jay fan than Nas, and I know you don't have to pick one or two, but I grew up in a household where you had to pick one or the other. My older brother was Nas, I was Jay, and never should the two be mixed. We was butting heads, but I can understand Nas's impact, Nas's lyrical ability, and there is a lot of people that changed their rhyming style and got a lot more lyrical after Nas. Just saying. So Nas is A. And he owns one of the most classic hip hop albums. I think one of the top 5 most classic hip hop albums in hip hop. If you don't know what album I'm talking about, you don't deserve to know. I ain't gonna say. Number 9. It's the dog, baby. DMX. These are the hands of the man. What? These are the hands of the man that God. These are the hands of the man that's cold and fold them. The hands of the man that was. DMX, people forget this dude dropped 2 albums in 1 year that went #1 and went platinum. People forget DMX was the biggest rapper at a certain time. For a long time. A long time. People forget the numbers he was putting up. And then also, people forget he battled Jay-Z and said, I put pinstripes across your windpipes. That's one of the nastiest pinstripes. Oh, God. The dog. Definitely top 10. Number 10, Rakim. Rakim, I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people need to do their research. If Rakim never came around, people would still be rapping like, hey, my name is, and I'm the best. All the DJs want to fill my chest. People would still be rapping like that, huh? People would still be zip-zap rapping. Rakim really is the precursor of modern day rapping style. Doesn't matter what you care or how you feel about him. If you've ever heard a song by him, I'm telling you right now, the reason why Eminem is around is Rakim. The reason why Jay-Z's around is Rakim. The reason why Nas is around is Rakim. And now they might have been rappers before, but not Rakim was the first one who unlocked that. Let's throw some more syllables in our raps. Let's throw punchlines in our raps. Not saying nobody else is doing it, but he made it a focus. Rakim is the god. I'm going to just say it right there. He go in my 10. I respect Ra, man. Word. Word. Now, number 11. Tech 9. Y'all gonna keep sleeping on Tech, huh? Y'all gonna keep sleeping on Tech, huh? That's what y'all gonna do. Oh, no, I got him. No, I got him. No, I got him. Chill. I got this one. Check it out. Tech 9 is the representation of independence in hip-hop. Let that marinate for a second. Tech 9. A lot of people like Chance the Rapper and who else? A lot of people. Can't think of it. And now, the cool thing's being independent. Chance gets a lot of praise for the steps he's done independently. Tech 9 is the reason that's possible. I need my chop for this one. Tech 9 is the reason that's possible. Stop sleeping on Tech. Y'all gonna stop sleeping on the Midwest, bro. Y'all gonna stop playing with the Midwest, bro. We ain't, son. Y'all gonna stop that BS y'all be trying to do to us, dog. Y'all gonna stop it. We here. Tech 9 is the reason. I can argue Tech 9 is the reason Kendrick Lamar's around. I can argue, listen, I came up in the underground. I came up in the Midwest, right? This isn't just bias of me seeing the impact of this person. But no one person can impact a region like Tech did and not be on a top 50 list. You crazy. Yeah, there might have been Master P's who was doing it before, but I'm telling you right now, Tech 9 is the model we follow. And I'm going to keep it real, too. After I started touring, I noticed And Tech might not even know this. Tech, I'm gonna tell you a secret. A lot of artists who tour through the Midwest and tour in general, I'm gonna keep it a buck. A lot of underground artists to go to cities because you went to those cities. That's serious. I watched it with my own eyes. I literally watched it. I ain't even gonna say names, but we all just trying to get like you. Tech Nine is done more for hip hop and independence than a lot of people who people be throwing on their thing. Tech Nine is the guy. Tech Nine showed me how to do it. Tech Nine indirectly showed you how to do it. If you turning on your mic and you just recording and you making a whole, you got merchandise, you got a brand name, you name your fans something, the Something Nation or the Something Squad or something, that's Tech Nine. That's Tech Nine. We can pretend like it's not. That's Nina. We're doing that. You might not even know. But I'm not the type of person to wait till later to give him his flowers. I'll give you flowers right now. I just got so upset Tech wasn't even in the other list. And I'll be seeing people's lists not putting Tech on it. You're crazy, bro. You're crazy. I'm sorry, I got too heated about that one. Because they be playing with the Midwest, man. They be playing with us. That's what. Okay, all right. Let me get to my next one. Okay, check this out. Check this out. Let's go through it a little faster. Already 26 minutes. I'm going to tell you who they are and why I put them there. Number 12 is Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill is the greatest female rapper of all time. Lauryn Hill has showed people that I showed people you didn't have to be a certain way as a female to get people's attention. Lauryn Hill is lyrically nicer than majority of this list. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Lyrically nicer than majority. Punchlines, similes, metaphors, lettaphors, all the kind of stuff she does. Go watch her freestyles at the Apollo. I think people be sleeping on that. And her music is better than majority of people's music on this platform, on this list, on anybody's list. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You can act like That Thing, doo-wop, isn't one of the greatest songs of all time. You can act like X Factor isn't one of the greatest songs of all time, doesn't matter what genre. But we ain't gonna do that today. Miss Lauryn Hill, praise the queen. 13 is Kenny. You put Kendrick already? You know what's funny? A lot of people, this next couple people, a lot of people be like, is it too early to talk about Kendrick or Drake? And I think that as human beings, we get so caught up in the moment, we forget about... We've been saying... Drake came out in what year? In what year? Best I Ever Had came out in what year? I was still in high school. Let's say 2008. Nah, because Drake was buzzing 2008. 2008, 2007. So let's just say 2009. It's 2019 now. 10 years. Right? Yeah, 10 years. Y'all realize that that's a longer run than Biggie, right? He has more albums than Biggie, both of these people. Y'all know that that's from popping to end a career, it's longer than Tupac's, right? A lot of people be forgetting that these guys have been here for like over a decade or like a decade. There's a lot of people on these lists that did not have a decade-long career. So no, it's not too early to say Drake is his career. That's the crazy part. That's why he's so high, because like, dang, he's still got a lot more years in him. You could tell. He ain't even kind of slowing down. So he's going to probably only rise up in this list. But yes, Drake is the accolades that Drake has, the records that Drake has broken. Drake has changed rap too. A lot of people got more sensitive when Drake came around. I'm telling you, a lot of people started rapping a lot more. I'm just saying, I'm not saying he invented it, but I saw a lot of changing. Oh, I mean Kendrick. Kendrick, my bad. I'm looking ahead. Kendrick, lyrically, one of the GOATs. You could already say that. I was saying Drake. I was talking about Kendrick this whole time. Kendrick is already co-signed by some of the biggest legends, and he's a Doc Dre protege, a student of Aftermath. So, yeah, he up there. Then Drake. I already said why. Drake's accolades are crazy. Cool. All right, let's go through this. I ain't trying to have this be that long. Then I got 15 Andre 3 Stacks. Bodega 3000 go pshung. One of the greatest lyricists of hip-hop. has some of the most classic songs in hip hop, has a solo album, has hits from his solo album. My baby, he's one of the greatest. It's Andre. Come on now. Lupe Fiasco. Now this is a little bit more personal, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Food and Liquor and The Cool are some of the greatest albums in hip hop. Two hip hop classics. My bad, I done filled up my recording time. I didn't realize it was gonna be this long. All right, let me go through it fast. Food and Liquor are two hip hop classics. Got me through life, high school, and lyrically, he's one of the best. And storytelling wise, and putting lyrics together to create a picture in your head, it's not too many people better than him. 17 is 50 Cent to me. Now, I know Month we're going to be upset. 50 Cent is top 20 because Get Rich or Die Trying is one of the most classic albums in hip hop. It's almost a flawless album. His impact was crazy. He had people wearing spaghetti. He had big, swole, grown men wearing spaghetti straps. So, yeah, his impact. The game was different after he left. He's still in it. Lil Kim, 18. Very predominant female rapper. Held it down for the females. A protege of Big. She a little low, though, because, I'm not sure how much she wrote compared to Big. And I don't want to disrespect her and just say everything was, so I'm going to put her up there. 19, E40. Y'all can keep disrespecting 40, dog. 40 is up there because E40 changed the way hip-hop speaks. Matter of fact, why did I say hip-hop? Changed the way the world speaks. We think for shizzle and stuff like that came from Snoop. No, it came from E40. I'm not going to lie. Just Google words that E40 made up, and it will blow your mind. You might be like, oh, yeah, he might have to be higher than that. How you going to just be the dialect? And I'm going to put you got to be on top 20 if in a platform, an art form, that's about the words and slang you say, you are the person who added the most words and slang to it. So you got to be up there. Method Man, come on now. Fisher Buddha, used to beat up. Come on now. Method Don, what he did beyond music, movies. This dude was also one of the biggest rappers at the time. People forget that. Method Man. I love Meth, man. I love Meth. I'm a huge Takao fan, you know what I mean? Redman, I think Method Man and Redman go together like peanut butter and jelly, but I put Method Man above Redman. I think Redman lyrically is better, but I put Method Man above Redman because Method Man had more of an impact to me, and in the culture. Will Smith. Niggas gonna be like, Will Smith? Listen, I should have put Will Smith top 10. First rapper to win a Grammy? No, was it a Grammy? Whatever. And even though they didn't televise it, then he boycotted. That's a real one. Nah. Y'all don't remember, parents don't understand. That's before my time too. But I'm saying the impact that he did for the world through hip hop is dope. Is dope. And one thing that he has always done throughout his entire career is represent hip-hop. He never turned his back and be like, oh, I'm done doing rap. He's always been in the rap culture. I remember one time I was watching a Biggie documentary. And this is way after Men in Black, way after this. And I saw Will Smith there. And this is when he's the biggest movie star in the world. And he's probably top 3 today. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, this nigga too. He hip-hop. He is hip-hop. So Big Willie style, Willennium, I was there for the Willennium. I was there for getting jiggy with it, nah, going down to Miami. Huh? Shout out to Will. Styles P the Ghost. What more can I say about Styles P? Lyrical capability, fire. Most of these now, the body of work isn't that crazy to me. But he has a classic hip-hop song. You already know. Some of these people don't have a solid classic song. And who got a song on here as classic as Come on now. Then we got Heavy D. That's a personal one. Y'all can hate. Y'all can hate. Keep hating on the big belly, babaloo, bubbly big boy. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Because Heavy D got a song with Michael Jackson. Huh? Yeah. Now that we found love, I'm going to keep it a buck. That might be the best. Of all the artists on here, if I had to personally choose, Now That We Found Love and Nothing But Love for You, Baby, might be the 2 best from one person. I said it. I said it. Yeah, I grew up in the 90s. What are you talking about? Bun B, I gotta put on 26. Now, I'm not the hugest Bun B fan, but I would be super ignorant to act like this dude isn't a big reason why the South is popping. He is. He is. But Underground Kings, they are. Period. I didn't put Pimp C on this list because I felt like one of them should go, and I feel like Bun B has left more than Pimp, even though Pimp is more of a character and I think is more widely respected. I wouldn't say that because Bun B, they're both widely respected, but I put Bun over Pimp. Nipsey, I put Nipsey on my 27. And y'all gonna be like, oh, is it because he passed away? Absolutely not. Nipsey Hussle really is the reason why a lot of people, even if they don't know, and here's the thing that's sad about it, a lot of people don't know the things that Nipsey was doing while he was alive. And I'm not one of these Nipsey bandwagon riders after he, listen, when I dropped Black Caesar, you know how I dropped that? Proud to Pay. Go back and look at it. I was using the Proud to Pay model, and I was talking about how this dude Nipsey Hussle has changed my life with the way that he taught me about entrepreneurism. I'm gonna put him up here, and y'all go do the research. And as soon as more people understand, he should go even higher, because the gems that he has and had for the game is what puts him in top 50, because his stuff transcended, especially to me as a Nipsey fan, transcended just dope lyrics and music. This dude has made my life better. I'm getting goosebumps. Let me chill. Let me move on. Damn, hold up. I get weird when I talk about Nipsey. I can't even listen to Nipsey no more. I get weird when I talk about Nipsey. 28, KRS-One. KRS gotta be on there. KRS is one of the greatest rappers, technical rappers in it. He is the teacher. He taught us a lot, and what he does with his music and the message he spreads puts him up there. It's KRS, come on now. And The Bridge Is Over is one of the greatest diss tracks of all time. It is one of the greatest beats. Whoever produced that might have to go on here. Yeah, he'll produce, but that. Yo, somebody remake that song, make it like a hard, make it hard. It's hard. Like add some more 808s and let me rap to that beat, man. Like that's one of my favorite beats of all time. Scarface. Do I need to say more? Mind Playing Tricks on Me. Smile. Do I need to say more? Ghetto Boys. Do I need to say more? I thought of the Ghetto Boys and I said I want to pick one Ghetto Boy. And come on, if you're going to pick one Ghetto Boy, who you going to pick? You're not picking Willie D, you're not picking Bushwick. I'm not saying they whack, but not when Scarface is an option. Okay. Beanie Siegel. Beanie gets slept on. Beanie was just a rough Philly spitter. Beanie! Siegel was the name that they gave me. That's why he should be on here. Beanie kept it hard, kept it gangster, and is just a dope spitter. And honestly, his body of work is very good. And he has a hip-hop classic. Feel It in the Air is a hip-hop classic. LL Cool J, come on now. LL Cool J, he's going on there. That is Mr. Rap. That is Mr. Hardcore. And I crush you like a jelly bean. Come on now. He might not be to par now with the other people, but we can't act like they say LL, man. We can't act like the reason we say GOAT is because of LL. Let's keep it real. His album GOAT. That was the first time I ever heard greatest of all time abbreviated as GOAT. I'm going to keep it a buck. The Ice Cube. Ice Cube's impact, NWA, West Side Connection, his solo career, his movie career. That dude is one of the biggest things that has ever happened to entertainment. Let's forget hip-hop. Writing for Easy. Writing for NWA. Huh? Think about one human being gave us NWA, gave us My 6'4", and Friday. One person did all of those. So let's forget hip hop. And Entertainment, he's one of the biggest things. Let's keep it real. Let me go faster. Then it's way too. The Game. I think The Game had people wanting to be Bloods. Now there was Bloods in rap before Game, but I don't think it was as trendy as after Game. And I was in high school during that time. I remember. And Game is a dope spitter. The documentary is a classic album to me. He's this low though because his body of work. He has a real good body of work, a better body of work than 50, I would say. But I don't think he has anything that matches up to the documentary. I'll keep it real. Jeezy, I'm not a big fan of Jeezy, but I remember when the Snowman campaign happened and the news was talking about it, kids were getting suspended from school. He was really on some, people were really on some protest stuff. He was really on some movement stuff, and that showed the power of Jeezy. And Thug Motivation is a good album. Now, T.I., the only reason T.I. is below Jeezy is because T.I. never had a Snowman movement moment. A moment that transcended, that the news was talking about. But yeah, his case with all the straps and stuff, that's not the same thing. That only impacted him. I'm talking about the Snowman movement was big. They were banning them from schools, the shirts. But T.I., come on. What you know about that? Rubber Band Man? Mud 24s? He got a couple of them. Let's Get Away? Oh, he's got a couple of them. All right. T.I., Jadakiss. Let's keep it real. Why was a huge, impactful song. I remember when Why dropped and they were talking about it on the news. Acting like, will Bush respond? I remember that. Why? And he also was on here for his lyrical capability and also having a song that impacted the culture and all cultures that much. So he's up there. Too Short? Come on, dog. The reason we say, bitch, come on, man. Short Dog? Definitely on there. That's the OG. Yeah. Busta Rhymes. People forget that he was the biggest rapper of some time. Busta Rhymes has made it through so many eras. His longevity is crazy. And he's got a song with Janet Jackson. I'm gonna make your body wet. Come on now. That gives you top 50 off tops right there. And it was young Janet too. Golly. Big Boy. I had to put Big Boy on there. No, my bad. Cool G Rap. A lot of y'all don't know. Cool G Rap is a multi-syllable rapper. And I think he's one of the greatest. Wait a minute. I missed Big Pun. Big Pun is number 4. How did I skip from Biggie to Eminem? Big Pun is above Eminem. The reason why I put Big Pun above Eminem because Big Pun had the lyrical capability of M. I would say, honestly, there's a lot of times that I think he would have smoked M on tracks. And M has a lot of big songs that are pop big, but he don't have his songs that are as pop big and as good as I Don't Want to Be a Player. All the M songs that are like huge, like We're the Ones That Made You, Real Some Shady, those songs, those are more tongue-in-cheek and kind of like cool, whatever. But come on now. I Don't Want to Be a Player. Oh my God. Big Pun. Rest in peace to the greatest. That's literally one of my favorite rappers of all time. As you see, number 4. Big Boy goes on there, but he goes under Andre because I think he also is one of the lyrically high up there. I don't think he impacted the game as much as Andre. I think Outkast impacted the game more than Big Boy, but I think Outkast impacted the game as equally to how Andre 3000 by himself impacted it. Or if Andre impacted less by a hair, you know? This is where it gets hilarious. Joe Budden. Joe Budden is 42. I'm not trolling. Joe Budden's top 50. We could pretend, now, if Joe Budden's career, if I'm going to count Friday and count all these other dudes, things that they did in multimedia wise. This is my criteria. I count your multimedia stuff as long as it still has to do with hip hop, and as long as the reason that we're consuming it is because of your hip hop. It's not something else. It's not like you completely denounce the culture, right? Now we could stop Joe Budden at Pump It Up and say, oh, he didn't do nothing. Yes, he did. You don't think of Def Jam Vendetta without thinking of Joe Budden, and that was a huge moment in hip hop. You do not think of that era without that early 2000s. Joe was a character in that. And then we could even just leave all that. His contribution to hip hop since in the last couple years is literally more than a lot of the people on this list. Joe Budden is so important to hip hop still that we watch his podcast and we take his opinion very seriously. That's why when he says he's better than Eminem, the internet, including me, jumps out the window. Because the only reason we would do that is if we took his opinion seriously. He's breaking artists. He's up there, 42. Stop sleeping on Joe. Y'all and he's nice on the mic. Y'all gonna stop understanding dope bars only when it's coming from people you like. Get out of here. 43 Saigon. Some of y'all don't even know who Saigon is. Saigon, one of the greatest underground rappers of all time. I pop up the person for purposely perpetrating. Put the pistol and pull it. This punk is impersonating. My people pack P89s for prime time. They parole in my posse. I'm picking up pom-poms. Personally, I preach prophecies. You put poems about puppet, pussy, and property, man. I'll just give you that. I'm going to tell you right now, he can fade a lot of the people on the mic. But the reason why the rest of these people are so low, their body of works is not very great. Papoose. One of the greatest punchline rappers of all time. I'm going to keep it a buck. I learned a lot from Pap. It's weird. Papoose is one of the most influential rappers to me. Maybe not to everybody else, but when it came down to that era where it was like about the freestyles, and it was like Cassidy, Pap, Saigon, these were the highest names to me, and I thought Papoose was smoking Cassidy. Not Saigon, though. I thought he was better, but not. It would have been a good battle. Raekwon, number 45. I put him low because only built for Cuban links. I'm not too well aware, but he doesn't have an album that impacted the world like that to me ever since then. Purple Tapes, maybe, but not as Cuban links. I'll say right now, Cuban links changed the whole hip-hop game and created the Gambino era, which is why he's top 50. If you top 50, that's big. There's a lot of rappers. Then I put Ludacris. Luda did so much for the South. I remember when Back for the First Time came. Fantasy. He got hip hop classic songs. Fantasy's a hip hop classic. Yeah. Move is a hip hop classic. Huh? Come on, dog. He got so many. And then now he's doing his Fast and Furious thing. Still, but he's lower because I feel like he's not as involved in hip hop as some of these other people. Wyclef. How am I going to not put the person that I got the same last name, man? Wyclef Jean, Screwface Jean, that's my uncle. Y'all don't even know that's my uncle. I mean, it's Screwface's uncle, not my real uncle. But that's Screwface, that's my uncle. That's Wyclef Jean, Screwface Jean. Come on now, brought us the Fugees. Some of the production he's done. He's produced for Destiny's Child. Huh? Yeah. Wyclef. Brought us Lauren Ghostface. Mr. Starks, Iron Man. Smooth on the mic. Huh? He's up there. I got a lot of woo on here. Most Def. Come on now. The Poet. He on there. And then AZ. Asiatic. I'm Back, to me, is one of the greatest songs of all time. That's why it was the first song I ever recorded and remixed. But this was a super long episode. I didn't mean it to be this long. Hopefully y'all watch. If you made it to the end, put Smigeldorf in the comment section. I want to see how many of y'all be watching my whole videos and don't just be hype beasting and clicking through. Put Smigeldorf. Before you put any comment that you want to comment, put Smigeldorf in the comment, whether it's in the beginning or the end. Smigeldorf. I don't care how you spell it. Put Smigeldorf. And that's how I know who the real MVPs are. I'm gonna be paying attention. So put in the comment section, who do you think that I messed up on? Who do you think I got right? Who would you switch with who? What do you think about my list? Hey, it's just how I feel. It's just how these people impacted me and how I feel like they impacted hip-hop. I'm out. Make sure you go stream that Uppercut on every streaming platform, and make sure you go watch the video. Get that to 30,000 views, man. We out this piece. Love ya!
Understand you probably did this for closure, but listen closer, you'll notice all it did was expose you. So you be giving whack verses, taking on the culture while charging the leg and the shoulder. Man, this kid is a vulture.
In case y'all didn't believe me or y'all didn't know, the man himself, man.
I'm just saying though. It's like I ain't
Midwest in the building, big way, huh?
we backstage a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I just had to holler at my boy Jean Jacket real quick, you know what I'm saying? Let him know feelings mutual, you know what I'm saying? All that.
Hey man, this the guy right here, man. Praise this guy right here.
Look who's talking, look who's talking. You know what I'm saying? Pull out that chopper,